Good morning all. Myself Mohammad Shafiullah, Assistant Professor in Department of CSC BITM Bellary. Welcome to this course on C programming for problem solving. In this session I am going to write different programs on performing string operations such as string comparison, string concatenation, to compute the length of the string and to copy one string to the other, but without using inbuilt functions. So the first program is to compute the length of the string without using inbuilt function string length, strlen. So the logic to do this is, let me consider a string str hello. I have a string which is initialized, which is stored with hello. Now how do I compute the length of the string? To compute the length of the string, I have the code here. So this is the actual code which computes the length of the string. So I take a variable I initialize it to 0. So now let me take a variable I which is initialized to 0. So now after I initialize it, I run a while loop. While str of I, what is there in str of I value is 0. What is str of I? H, which is not equals to null. So the logic here is to run a loop until you encounter a null character. The moment you encounter a null character, stop, and the I value itself is the length of the string. So now the value of I is 0 and str of I is not equal to null because it is H, condition is true. So increment your value of I. So your value of I changes from 0 to 1. Now again I gets updated. The value of I is 2. What is str of 2? Sorry, str of 1. Str of 0 is H, which is not equal to null, condition is true. I updates, I increments to 1. What is str of 1? Not equal to null, E. Yes, condition is true. So increment I becomes 2. What is str of 2? L, which is not equals to null, condition is true. Increment I to 3. What is str of 3? L, condition is true, it's not equals to null. Increment I value is 4. What is str of 4? O, condition is true. Increment your value of I. What is str of 5? It's equals to null, so condition is false, stop, and then if you look at it, the value of I is 5. The value of I is 5 and hence the length of the string hello is 5. So this is the logic and you can finally print the length of the string. So initialize I to initialize to 0, and then this part of the code is computes the length of the string. Finally you print the string and the length of the string. So here I have the same program. If I run this program, it asks me any string, I give it as hello. So input string is hello and the length of string is equals to 5. So the next part is to compare, to demonstrate string compare without using string compare function. So I have to take two strings here. The input are two strings because it is string comparison. So I have got str1 and str2. I am going to compare this two string, and based on the comparison I am going to conclude whether string 1 equals to string 2, whether string 1 is greater than string 2 or string 1 is smaller than string 2. And you are aware of this string comparison function in the previous session, right? I have told you about this. So but let us write a code by which we can compare this string without using strcmp function. So I need to have an else if ladder. I have made use of an else if ladder in this code. So let me go back to the tracing part. Let me assume that I have got two strings. str1 and str2. str1 is having a string car and str2 is having a string cat. Now this is the code to compare two strings. If you look at it, there is a while loop, right? And after a while loop I have got an else if ladder. This is my else if ladder. So this else if ladder is going to compare strings in three ways. That is, the outcome of this program is either of the three. It can be either equal, string 1 can be equal, or string 1 can be greater than string 2, or string 1 can be smaller than string 2. Prior to that I need to find the first non-matching character. I have to find the first non-matching character. To do that I need a while loop. So this is the while loop. So this while loop is going to run until I encounter the first string null character or I find a first non-matching character. Let us see how this is going to work. So let me assume this is str1 and str2. So I need I, and if you look at in my code, I have got I value initialized to 0. So I value is initialized to 0 here. Now then I give two input strings. So wherein I have assumed two strings, car and cat. str1 is having car, str2 is stored with cat. Now str1 of I is not equal to null. The condition should be str1 of I is not equal to null. What is the value of I? I value is initialized to 0, right? So value of I is 0. So what is str1 of 0? See, it's not equal to null, condition is true, and str1 of I equals to str2 of I. This should also be true. Remember, this is a logical AND. This is the logical AND which says both conditions should be true. It should not be equal to null. The first string should not be equal to null also. That is, the character in string 1 should not be equal to null, and also string 1 should be equal to string 2. str1 of I should be equal to str2 of I. So if I start with value of I, the value of I is 0 here. So str1 of I, what is str1 of I? C. And what is str2 of I? C. Same. Condition is true, right? So I value is also str1 of I is not equals to null, and also str1 of I and str2 of I. C equals to C. Condition is true. So what should I do? Update the value of I. I value will update. After I update the value, since it is a while loop, again go back and then str of I. This time str1 of I value is 1. Condition is true, right? What is str1 of 1? It is A. It's not equal to null. And what is str1 of 2? A and A. There is a match. Can you see? str1 of 1 is also A. str2 of 1 is also A. The condition is true. So what should I do? Increment the value of I to 2. Now what is the value of I? It is 2. What is str1 of 2? R, which is not equal to null. Condition is true. But what is str2 of 2? It is T. So now R is not equals to T. R is not equals to T. Hence what I have to do? I have to stop incrementing. So what is my value of I? It is 2. I value is 2. So I found the first non-matching character in both the strings. There is a match, I updated I. There is a match, I updated I. But there is no match. So I got my first non-matching character. So from this point I am going to compare in my else if ladder. So now what is my str1 of I? What is the value of I? It is 2. str1 of 2 is R. Whether R equals to T, condition is false. So what should I do? Whether str1 of I, whether R is greater than T? No, condition is false. Else part. So what is my else part? Because R is less than T, right? So ASCII value of R is smaller than ASCII value of T. So hence this string 1 is smaller than string 2 gets executed. So let me have the code here. Again, if I run this code, if I give the first string as car, and then if I give the second string as cat, I get string 1 is smaller than string 2. Fine. So now let me assume that I give both car and car. Let me assume that both are car and car. So what will be the case? str1 of I is not equal to null. Till here, let me write it here. R is equals to R, right? So what happens at this time? Again I updates. This time I value, actually it is I value should be 2. Yeah, after 2 it should increment to 3. Now what is the value of str1 of 3? It is equals to null. So condition is false. So now it compares. What is str1 of I? What is str1 of 3? 2. R. So what is str1 of 3? It is null, and str2 of 3 is also null. So null equals to null. Condition is true. So this entered strings are equal will be the message. In case if I take this as cat, so what happens? This part gets executed because str1 of 2 will be T, which is greater than R. I get entered string, string 1 is greater than string. So let me again run this code and then try to find for car and car. It should be equal. So this is the code which compares two strings without using string manipulation function. This is a while loop and this is the else if ladder. So the next program is to copy one string to another string without using string copy function. So there are two strings again. One is S1, which is the source string, and then there is another string S2, which is my destination string. I have to copy my source string to destination string. So enter string 1. I am going to just enter only one string from the terminal, S1, that will be stored in S1, and then I have to copy that to S2. Let us see how will we copy this to S2. So this is the code by which I have to perform string copy function. Now let me store hello in str1, that is I gave during the runtime as hello to str1. So this hello should be copied to str2, right? Exactly ditto it should be copied. So str1 is my source string, str2 is my destination string. So again I take the value of I, variable I value is initialized to 0, condition is true. I value, that is s1 of I, that is s1. What is my s1 here? str1 itself. What is s1 of I? It is h, which is not equal to null. Condition is true, right? Same thing in string, what marks the end of a string is a null character. So you have to run your loop until you encounter your null character. The moment you encounter null character or reach null character, you have to stop further computation. So now I value is 0, s1 of 0 is h. H is not equal to null, condition is true. So simple, s2 equals to s1 of I. This is an assignment expression. What is s1 of I? H. So s2 of I equals to s1 of I, that is s2 of 0 equals to s1 of 0. So what is s2 of 0? It's null. So add h. It's empty, I am added h. So I updates. I value from 0 it changes to 2. Sorry, it changes to 1. So now what is s1 of 1? E, which is not equal to null. So s2 of 1 equals to s1 of 1, which is E. I increments. So I is 2. What is s2 of s1 of 2? L. Same thing, it's not equal to null. What should I do? Initial add it to s1 s2 of 2. So again increments. So I value is 3. Again it is L. s1 of 3 is L, which is not equal to null. Condition is true. What should I do? s2 of 3 equals to s1 of 3. s2 of 3 is null, is L. Now I increments. I value is 4. What is s1 of 4? O, which is not equal to null. Condition is true. So it will be s2 of 4 equals to s1 of 4, which is O. Now I increments. This time I value is 5. But what is s1 of 5? It is null. So stop further computation. But remember the value of I is 5, right? So we will not assign it. It will come out of this loop. But you know that what marks the end of a string is a null character, and you know the value of I is 5. This is nothing but 5. So what we will do explicitly, we will initialize to null character. s2 of 5 equals to null. So add null character. So this marks the end of a string. Finally, what I am going to do is print both strings. You can see the code here. Two variables and one. Sorry, this is not I here. It is integer I. It should be int I. After this, enter string 1. Then this is the code to copy the string. So I have the code here to compare two strings without using string compare function. Two input variables I, string 1 and string 2. Enter string. Sorry, this was the code to perform string copy. So I have got s1 and s2, two strings. I values initialized to 0. I have to just give string s1, and this is the code which is going to copy one string to another. So this is my string s1 and string s2 will be printed. Let me run the code. So now enter string 1. I give it as hello. String s1 is hello and s2 is also hello, which is copied from this program. So the next program is to concatenate two strings without using string concatenate function. For this I need again two variables, s1 string variables s1 and s2. s1 is my source string and s2 will be my destination string. That is, I am going to copy s2 to s1. I'm going to copy S2 to S1. So I ask the user to enter two strings, S1 and S2. Fine. So now I have used my inbuilt function here to find the length of the string. So this is the code. So here I have the code to concatenate two strings. I value is initialized to 0 in my program, and j value is also initialized to 0 here. I value and j will be initialized to 0. So fine. Sorry, I value is not initialized to 0, but I value is the string length of S1. That is, we are computing the string length of S1 because we have to start copying from this point. S1 I have taken as good, S2 has taken as work, good work. So at the end of this program, after I execute the program, it should be good work. Null character should be replaced with WORK. Fine. So now I should start from this point. So how do I do this? I have told you to compute the length of the string. So I can compute the length of the string directly, or I can write the code what I have used in this program, in the first program. String length of S1. So what will be the length of the string? Since there are 4 characters, it will be 4. So I value will be 4 here. So now at this particular point I should start copying, right? So I'll take another variable called j, which is going to work on string 2. So j value is initialized to 0 because I have to start copying from S2 of 0, right? So why did I initialize, why did I take the length of the string? Because I want to copy S2 from this point, but S2 should be copied from 0th location. Hence I have taken j value as 0. So now j value is 0, condition is true. But what is S2 of 0? It's not equal to null because it is W. So what should I do now? Is it true? Okay, then S1 of I equals to S2 of j. What is the value of I? 4. What is the value of j? 0. S1 of 4 equals to S2 of j. What is S1 of 4? It's null, right? So it should be replaced with S2 of j. What is S2 of j? W. So here comes W. So I should copy S1 of 4 equals to S2 of j. Now what is S1 of S2 of 0? W. It should be copied to S1 of 4. So here let me assume this is my string. I copied W here, right? So now both will update, I and j, because not only this should be updated, but I also, S1 should also be updated and S2 also should be updated. So I value is plus plus, j plus plus. What is the value of I? From 4 it goes to 5. Value of j from 0 it goes to 1. So now again S2 of 1 should be copied to S1 of 5. S2 of 1. S2 of 1 is O, should be copied to S1 of 5. So it will be O will be copied, which will be O will be copied here. So after this I and j should update again, right? So this is 6, j is 2. So what is S2 of 2, which is R, and it is not equals to null, condition is true. So copy this S2 of 2 to S1 of 6. So I'll copy it R here. So again I and j should update. So this time it is 7, this is 3. So what is S2 of 3? K, which is not equals to null, condition is true. So what should I do? S2 of 3 should be copied to S1 of 7. So it will be K. Now again both should increment. This is 8 and this is 4. So what is S1 of it is S2 of 4. S2 of 4 is null. S2 of 4 is null, condition is false. So what should I do? Come out of the loop, terminate the loop. As you know that what marks the end of a string? Null character. So the value of I is 8. So add null character explicitly. So this completes the string. So coming to the code, this is the code here to concatenate two strings. That is here enter string 1, enter string 2, then compute the length of the string. Then this is the code to concatenate two strings. Let me run this code. I am getting warnings, no issues, but here I have got enter string 1. I give it as hello, then I give it as world. So the output should be hello world together. So that's it for this session. If you have any queries, please do comment in the comment section. Thank you.